Hello, this is my end of term reflection. I do not know why there is a little bubble in the bottom, but it's cool, so I left it there. So this is taken by me. Yes. So what was your expectations for the course? How did these expectations compare to your actual experience? Honestly, I thought it was going to be about programming a Raspberry Pi for personal use because we previously had a talk last semester about how we're gonna like how programming like a bus takes scheduling. So I thought we were gonna make a scheduling system for it, but actually the actual experience when I was actually inside, it went above and beyond because I know we can make a chat room like Twitch or YouTube, and I know how actually you could connect the camera to a Raspberry Pi and display it on a website. I thought it was. I thought it was, honestly. I thought it was going to be much simpler, and I enjoyed most of it. Though WebSockets kind of struggled with. I will talk about that later. Now, what was the highlight of this course? Pick out at least one topic that you were connected to. For me, it was circuitry. Uh, but it was tough to know where to put the wires where they needed to go based off the images that was displayed. Like the images themselves, it was actually kind of hard to actually know where to put them, and it was mainly it was just hard to pinpoint where it was, where it needed to be. Um, and honestly, it made me feel like really connected out of everything else because like I'm not like a as I've been on the computer from the start of the semester to the end of the semester. Um, just programming, just typing. And at the beginning of the semester, I know this was at the beginning of the semester, but it just came off of we just continued programming for the last 2 years, and now we were manually doing something with our hands. And I kind of fell in love with it, mainly for the fact that I was not programming, which is kind of ironic since this is a programming class. Um, but it made me like withstand a lot more than less because like now I'm like barely holding on by a thread, like mentally wise, because too much coding, too much coding. Um, and I was thinking maybe like outside of school, like after everything, because I know that my mother has a Raspberry Pi, I can make an alarm for specific times because I'm not very time coordinated, time proficient. Um, like usually when I do homework, I just do it whenever I feel like it instead of just actually just starting home, take a 1 hour break, and just doing it. Instead, I usually forget. So maybe having an alarm to just aware myself of what's going to happen. And also because in the previous labs, um, we have the red, green, blue LEDs. I could assign a certain color to a certain task. So let's say for data comms, it's red. Programming, it's green. Or something like that. And I honestly think it would be really cool to do something like that. And in this case, since it's going to be outside, maybe eating time or something. Yeah. What was the low point of this course? Honestly, it was actually sockets. I didn't really understand them all. I understood WebSockets because, like, I'm pretty sure. Well, no, I'm not pretty sure. I know that we had like a one-on-one in class because I was originally sick the week before, like the whole week, and it was really nice that we were able to have that one-on-one to catch me up. But sockets was always just in my head. I didn't really understand how exactly it would work. And I also realized while looking through the lab, trying to relate this, um, WebSockets can be used in apps like Twitch or LiveChecks or YouTube, which, as we know, in assignment 3, we had to try to make something, well, diagramly wise. Yes. And also in my learning journal, I also reflected on how WebSockets enable two-way communication, which originally I did not know. So that was a little fun fact that I didn't know about that I wrote somehow. I forgot. Which is the topic you would like to explore in more depth. I was actually kind of curious to talk about more honeypots, because I know that in our previous chat from last semester for summer, we were talking about Raspberry Pis, and then after I was asking something regarding how does Linux relate to communications, or like any topics that will be put inside the class, and I remember you specifically saying honeypots. So I just got like this really curious or fascination with them. And I know that this semester we have covered it, but I thought maybe we could go into more depth. Oh, and yeah, because and honestly, I could see this being used in a real life world, like in the real world with people's accounts, with safety, and nowadays, and also nowadays, people are getting hacked left, right, and center, and maybe the honeypot can help that. And I'm pretty sure people already use it now. I would actually like to use it for myself, so maybe yeah. And what are you looking forward for the next semester? Honestly, finishing and getting my diploma is what I'm looking forward to the next semester. But if I was talking about the actual courses, I would say the internship, because I would like to know how the real world environment is regarding jobs and noting how exactly I'm supposed to do everything. And I would also like to program my mother's spies to make an alarm. It's what I need. I forgot. I'm sorry. Yes. That is also what I'm kind of looking forward to doing next semester. Hopefully, I can do that during the January break. If not, then yeah. But honestly, what I'm really looking forward for next semester is the internship, so I could actually know exactly what I'm supposed to do. Hopefully, I'm able to get how do you say this? SQL job, maybe? Database? Um, I like database the most. Yeah, so like, what are you looking forward to after graduation? I'm looking forward to working full time at a company doing database. It is my strongest subject, I find, for myself. I don't really mind doing them either way. Like other things, I get a little bit annoyed doing, but database always, I've been doing it for every single project. I really don't mind doing them. So they're the only thing that I could like really wrap my head around and I actually like learning about. Um, I also want to maybe look forward to animating, maybe switching to animation, or at least doing coding for animation, meaning like maybe games. I have a lot of ideas and I would like to see them. So yeah. Who are you thankful for this semester? Think about the people you worked with along the way and the way that you were able to lean on or look to for support or guidance. Well, for the whole semester, I would say it would be my data comms community teacher. So you, mainly because no other teacher gave me enough time to go through what I wanted to go through. Instead, they usually just said how it is or you should know already. They would never really give me time. Instead, they would just expect me to know, even though I'm not. Maybe even though I don't, and it kind of really bothered me. But like when I had that week sick, you really took time, even though you had the whole class, you took time to do one on one to make me at least catch up to everyone else, which I really appreciated. And also, it's very easy to talk to you. So Yeah, out of every other, well, let's say every other teacher, he he helped me the most, and it was very good, very good, very good. Yes.